life journey. Hey girl, how you doing? Come on in, thumbs up the video if you my friend. I just want to talk to y'all because what had happened was I had been in Austin, Texas and surrounding areas for a little minute. And I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do in Austin, but I've moved on. So you're going to have to stay tuned for videos to see like where I'm headed, where I'm going, where I'm at. But I've moved on. Hey, Valley. Hey, Miss Eleanor. You still up, girl? Yeah. I'm still up. It's early. It's not 12 o'clock yet. I don't go to bed till like 12, 1, 2 o'clock sometimes. But I just wanted to talk about, is Austin, Texas van life friendly? I spent over 2 months in Austin, Texas last year. And I'm not sure how long I spent in Austin this year. It's still a lot that I would have liked to done in Austin that I did not get a chance to do, and I've moved on from Austin. But I just want to talk about van life being friendly, and maybe I need to talk about van life being friendly in different areas that I go to. Van life friendly in Austin, Texas. So for me, I can't speak for anybody else. For me, van life has been friendly in Austin, Texas. I think you do have to try different places. And like I stated before, a lot of places in Austin, people park on the street. So it's easy for you to do van life if you're parking on the street. I'm trying to see, was that in Austin? Was that in Austin? I haven't slept in many parking lots in Austin. So I think Austin is, I don't know, you're going to have to try. I don't really think parking lot friendly, but you may have to try a few places. I think last year I slept in some Lowe's parking lots and some Home Depot parking lots. Lowe's and Home Depot parking lots tend to be okay throughout the country. And some shopping center parking lots, they are not that van life friendly. So you're going to have to try, if you're city parking, if you're city van lifing and you are living in your van from city to city, you're going to have to try a couple of different places. When you first get to a city, scope it out. Whatever parking lot you're going to sleep in, try to arrive to that parking lot as late as you can. Like spend the day at a park, spend a day at a state park. That was one park that I visited in another city close to Austin. I'm not going to say the name of that city because I will be visiting that city again. So like when I am going to frequent a city or visit a city, I'm not going to be telling you, okay, I slept in this parking lot, I slept in that parking lot. I'll just give you like some general tips. There was a city that I stayed in, and actually a couple of cities that I stayed in, they had regular parks, not a state park, regular parks, and the parks didn't close till 11 p.m. And I thought that was very, because some parks close at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. But this particular, well, a couple of parks, they didn't close till 11 p.m. So you could pretty much, and they opened at 5 in the morning, 5 or 7, I can't remember. So if you are able to go to a regular park, hey there, Miss Rita. Miss Rita say, "What's up, Vanessa? Happy Friday to you and everyone in the live." Hey, Miss Rita, how you doing? Miss Nancy say, "I know she does. Wouldn't really want one, huh?" Went to Austin for a couple of family reunions down in downtown. My cousin has a high-rise condo. Ooh, girl. I'd love to see that condo, girl. Yes, I am still up. Y'all thumbs up the video. I would love to see that condo, girl. So, if you can go to state parks, I mean, a regular park, if you could find a regular park to, like, if you're doing city van life, if you could find a regular park to frequent every day and just go there, walk, hike, bike, empty your trash, fill up your water, sit out in your van, open up your doors, clean out your van, all that jazz. If you could find a regular park to go to every day that opens early and stays open late, you could just spend your days at that park, and then when the park closes, go to whatever place you're going to stay at, where you're going to park it. But go there late as possible. So if a park stays open to 11 o'clock at night or 10 o'clock at night, stay at the park till they close, and then go to where you're going to sleep at. It's better to show up at your place where you're going to sleep at as late as possible, because your van haven't been sitting out in the parking lot all day long. Even if some places have security in their parking lots, some places don't have nighttime security all night long. They just have like one parking lot that I go to when I'm in Houston, they have security in the daytime when the customers are driving around, but they do not have security in the parking lot at night. So the later you go there, the better. And you haven't been sitting there all day long. They haven't seen your van, your vehicle there all day long. So it's better. We spent most of the time in the recreation room. I bet it was kind of small, but it was still nice to be downtown. You know, if you're gonna have a condo like downtown in any city, the condo is probably gonna be small, because you're in a place where there are a lot of amenities. So it's probably gonna be small, girl. But Austin is I like Austin, y'all. I like Austin. It's van life friendly. There's a lot of state parks in the surrounding area of Austin. I did not get to go to every state park that I want to go to before I moved on to other locations. So that was kind of sad, but I'm trying to still debate if I'm gonna drive to my court date, or if I'm going to just do a call in, and if I'm gonna stay in Texas, or if I'm gonna move on from Texas. And it is what it is. So I just want to try to give y'all couple of tips. If y'all are in Austin, find a neighborhood or find an area where they park on the street. You could try to park in some businesses, a couple of businesses, and see if that works. If that does not work, find some apartments where they park on the street, because they have a lot of apartments in Austin where the people park on the street. So try to find a neighborhood or something. Usually Walmarts are in neighborhoods, so try to find a Walmart and then drive around the neighborhood around the Walmarts. See if you can find some apartment complexes. See if the people park on the street, and then voila, instantly your problem is solved. You can go spend a day at a city park, or you can go spend a day at a state park. And there are a lot of nearby cities in Austin that have state parks. You always want to, if you are doing van life, like regular people are doing van life, not these glamorized YouTubers. If you're doing van life like 95% of the people that are just living in their vans, living off their Social Security checks, living off their disability checks, and you're living in the city, find a state park, a city with a state park. Texas have a lot of beautiful state parks. I keep telling my subscribers, I need all of my subscribers to move to Texas. It don't matter what city, it don't matter what state, it don't matter what city. It could be Houston, it could be Austin. I wouldn't recommend Dallas because it get cold down there. Dallas like get freezing cold, and they be getting snow sometimes. Don't move to Dallas. I just don't think Dallas is, I don't want to do cold. I wanted to move to Dallas years ago, but I woke up one morning and seen the city under snow, and I was like, oh, no ma'am. So I'll listen as I drive to the house from work. Okay, Miss Rachel, how you doing, girl? So if you are in Texas and you do van life and you do city van life, you need to find a city with a state park and a regular park. If you could find a regular park that stays open till 10 or 11 o'clock or even 9 o'clock, that's good. 10, 9 o'clock, leave that park, and then go to a business that stays open 24 hours for a little while. Like, okay, we just found out Applebee's don't close till 2 in the morning. Okay? So how about if you find a city with a state park, you find a city with a regular park that stays open kind of late, and then you find another business that stays open 24 hours or kind of late, like a Applebee's, or Walmart stays open till 11. So you could possibly keep your vehicle in the parking lot of Walmart until 11 o'clock until you're ready to go to your final parking place. That's if you just want, if the parking lot has security and stuff like that. When I'm in Houston, I can go to my parking spaces like whatever time. Like there's one place that I do park where they have security driving around, and I don't like to go to that parking spot until the business is closed. So I could just ease on down in my parking space, and then wake up the next morning, wake up early, I don't be leaving no parking spaces by 6 in the morning, but sometimes I try to leave between like 8 and 10 in the morning. So I try to get up, leave between 8 and 10. It would be nice if I can get up and leave before the business is open, but I just don't have no problems. Once I find a parking lot where I know I can park there. Like, if I go to another side of town, I'll try to park in that same business. Like I say, Home Depots, Lowe's, and some shopping centers, I just don't have a problem sleeping in those parking lots. So the bigger the parking lot, the more businesses are in the parking lot, the better. And sometimes solo parking lots too. You just got the trial and error. If somebody asks you to leave out of a parking lot, go ahead and leave. I was in the parking lot earlier today, and I wasn't gonna sleep in that parking lot tonight, but I was just in that parking lot, just sitting there until I got ready to leave. And they did have a security guard that came by and said, "You can't sleep in this parking lot." It was still early though. It wasn't even 9 o'clock yet. It wasn't even, I, I don't know, it might have been 8 something, but it was still early, and the businesses were still open, and businesses didn't close till late. So I don't know why, like, he came to my van because it was still businesses open. But I'm glad he came to my van, so now I know that I can't sleep in that parking lot, even though I wasn't going to sleep in that parking lot anyway. And when I was in Austin, when I go to Austin, like, I have found several places that I can move around at, that I could park at. I could park on the street. So it's good. I haven't had to park when I was in Austin. I haven't had to park in business parking lots. I don't think that I've parked in big business parking lots since I've been to Austin this time. But when I went to another nearby city, I did park in business parking lots while I was down there. I parked in the Home Depot parking lot. Um, Also, another business that you possibly could try, I don't know. Like I say, try 24-hour businesses. Like, if there's a gas station that stay open 24 hours, you could possibly park in the back. I know when I was in, I don't even know what city that was in. What city was that in? I can't even remember what city that was in. I was in some city. Hey there, Miss Robin. I was in some city. Don't even know what city it was in. And I parked in the back of a gas station. There was a lot of 18-wheelers back there, and I parked in the back of the gas station, but I parked away from the 18-wheelers. So you could possibly try gas stations that stay open 24 hours. You could possibly try restaurants that stay open 24 hours, like a IHOP. Who else stays open 24 hours? Some people park in hospital parking lots. So you could roll up at a hospital parking lot late and park in a hospital parking lot. Some people park in urgent care parking lots. Y'all let me know in the comments if you do van life and you want to share places that you've parked in, just to give people new to van life that are living in their van in city van life. Some people do van life and they are living in the city and they have a job. They have a job and they just need to find a place to park every day. Hey there, Miss Nancy. Loves Flying J, pilots, or all truck stops. I have parked at a Love's once, I think. I don't like parking at truck stops. Now, let me just tell y'all that. I personally do not like parking at truck stops because I took a bath earlier and my hair got a little wet. So, I personally don't like parking at truck stops because I don't like the running noise to 18-wheelers. But if you are not a light sleeper, I'm a light sleeper. I can hear everything. So if you are a sound sleeper, maybe you could park at truck stops. I tried to park at a truck stop. Girl, I think one time when I was coming from, I can't even remember when I was doing that long road trip from Houston to Arizona, girl, one of them days, because it usually take me 3 days to do a road trip from Texas to Arizona, and I tried to sleep. I stopped at a McDonald's to use the bathroom, and it was late, and I ended up sleeping in the parking lot. I couldn't sleep by the 18-wheelers. I had to pull all the way over there by the McDonald's. Baby, I could still hear them trucks. I got some good ears. I could still hear them 18-wheelers idling because the 18-wheelers leave their vans running, their trucks running all night long because they have the air and stuff on. I can't do it, y'all. I cannot sleep at a truck stop. That noise bothers me. Vanessa, I saw your video on Bob the Whale's channel. Thank you. How about Cracker Barrel? Yes, you could definitely sleep at a Cracker Barrel. I slept at a Cracker Barrel again. I don't know where I was coming from. I can't remember. I did sleep at a Cracker Barrel, and I got videos on the channel of all of that. I did sleep at a Cracker Barrel before, and I've slept at a Cracker Barrel a couple of times. Me and Miss Mary, we slept at a Cracker Barrel 2 nights, I think, when we was in Phoenix. Yeah, I think we slept at a Cracker Barrel 2 nights. We end up spending a day at Parks and then just going to Cracker Barrel at night. And yeah, I've stayed at a Cracker Barrel before by myself. And then I stayed at a Cracker Barrel with Miss Mary 2 nights in a row. That's kind of when you on the road traveling. I'm talking about if you're doing city van life and you're living in a certain area. You're living in a certain area and you're staying in that area. Like you're staying in that area for a while, at least a month. Like how to find places to park and you're staying in that area. Because some people are living in their vehicles and they can't afford to travel. Some people are living in their vehicles. They can't afford to travel. They don't have a job. They just have a very minimal income. And they have to stay put in like a city. So I'm trying to tell them like what to look for in that city. Once you spend your money to drive to that city, you want to be able to pick a city that you could like the 4 corners of the city have something over there. Like have a state park, have a regular park, and have a place to park at night. And that's why I like Austin, because Austin have a lot of nearby state parks. They have a lot of city parks. Like the last time I was in Austin, I went to the state park almost every day. And then there was a city park, like some days in between going to the state park, when I didn't want to go to the state park, there was a city park that I went to every day. And I could pull in my little parking space that I parked in, open up my doors, have my doors all opened up. And then there were apartment complexes in between the state park and the other park that I would go to, that I could park my van on the street every night. So what I would do is I would go to the state park, then I would drive to the city park before it got too late so I could be near to the apartments. And then I would just get in my van and park in the apartment complex on the street and go to sleep, wake up the next morning, leave, go to the state park. Go to the state park. The state park has dumpsters. The state park has facilities where you can use the bathroom. The state park has trails where you can exercise. You can pull your stuff out your van. They have picnic tables, grills where you could cook. Like, a state park is just ideal because you could just open up your van, open up your doors, and every day, and then you can go there and you can exercise, and it's beautiful sights to see. And I love a state park where you can go and put your hammock out. I haven't put my hammock out, girl. What is wrong with me? But you could, girl, if I was living in Austin, if I was living in Austin, I would be going to a state park every day. I would be laying in my hammock every day. I would be walking trails every day. And then when I needed to food prep, I'll just pull my van over under some trees, open my doors, and food prep all day long. But if the sun is shining real good and I want a lot of solar coming in, then I just park somewhere where I can open my doors, where it won't be interfering with nobody else. I like to park on a corner or something. I like to park. Let me tell y'all where I like to park at. Any parking lot that I park in, I like to park on a corner where they have the little section with the trees, where nobody else could park on the side of me. I like to park my door on that side. Or when I go to a grocery store, I like to park my van right next to the cart thing, where everybody can put the carts in. So that way, nobody can get into my door from right there. Nobody can park on the side of me and park on my door. So I always like to park somewhere where my side door is going to be up against something that's obstructed, where people cannot get into my van or park next to me. I don't want a car parked on both sides of me. So I always like to park somewhere where nobody can park on both sides of me, or where nobody can park on either side of me. So that's what I like to do. Hey Trish, how you doing? What if I have a Class B that is hard to blend in? I don't try to blend in, y'all. I'm not into stealth parking. I don't try to blend in. I done told y'all that before. Guess a van is easier to blend in. I don't do the blending. My van, hey Miss Jacqueline, my van is not blendable. I got solar panels on the top of my van. I got a storage rack on the top of my van. I got a water tank on the top of my van. I got bicycle rack on the top of my van. Girl, where am I blending in at? I ain't trying to blend in. I don't blend in, and I ain't trying to blend in. I'm not trying to be inconspicuous. I know that's a big word for some of you guys. I'm not talking about my subscribers. That's sounds good advice. Miss Marie say, wow. Wow what, Miss Marie? You don't don't have to try to blend in. Don't try to blend in, child. Like, you just need to find somewhere to park where ain't nobody gonna bother you overnight. That's why I'm telling you too, to get to where you're gonna sleep at night as late as you can. If you at a state park until they close, say for instance, most state parks close at 10 o'clock. That's why if you're doing van life in a city that you're staying in that city like for 2 months, 3 months, and you're not trying to do no driving or whatever, you want to get to a city where you can have a state park pass. Because you could stay at that state park up until 10 o'clock at night. You could leave there like 9:30, and then you drive to where you're going to spend the night at. The later you get to where you're going to spend the night at, the better. The later you get there, the better. Thumbs up the live stream, please. That you have all that, and for sure you are not blending. Blending where? Girl, blending where? I sleep in parking lots. I sleep in parking lots. That's where I sleep. I sleep in parking lots. I do not frequent parking lots during the day unless I'm in a business shopping. So when you're in a business, okay, another thing. You can blend in. Say, for instance, you just want to sit in your vehicle during the daytime and you just want to blend into a business. But, I wouldn't recommend that, because when you're sitting in a business in the daytime during the summer, that's going to get hot and stuffy and you can't open your doors. That's why I say state park pass or a city park. State park pass or city park. State park pass is better because most city parks close early. State parks, you don't have to leave until 10. You could sit out all day long. You could hike. You could bike. You could do activities. You could work on your weight. You could barbecue. You could hang your hammock out and lay in your hammock. And if you could find a state park that is around some water, whoo, child. Like in Austin and the nearby parks in Austin, like almost all of them have water. So if you're trying to do city van life and you're in Texas and you're in somewhere in Texas where they don't have no amenities and whatever, girl, make your way somewhere where there is a state park and you got trees, you got a hammock, you got grills to grill you enough meat for a couple of days or a week. If you have a refrigerator in your van, if you have solar, you can sit out somewhere in the park where you can get enough solar in, cook. It's just stay at the state park to 9:30, 10 o'clock. Then you have your regular routine of sleeping. You probably want to have like 4 parking lots you could sleep in. Now, Walmart doesn't do overnight parking anymore. But in some cities, it do, because one city that I did stop in last year, I spent the night in Walmart parking lot, and it had RVs and everything in the parking lot. So I think in small cities, they still let you sleep in parking lots at Walmart. So Walmart, gas stations, Home Depot, Lowe's, Some Planet Fitnesses stay open 24 hours. So any businesses that stay open 24 hours, when you are parking in a parking lot during a day and you're going to be sitting in your vehicle, you could kind of park close to everybody else. Because if you park far away, that makes you a little more inconspicuous. But even parking lots in Walmart during the daytime, you could park farther away under a tree or something. I've seen 18-wheelers parking in Walmart parking lot. I've seen Costco. I've seen people parking in Costco parking lot farther away. But one thing about Costco, because I did try to stay at a Costco parking lot one time, they don't let you stay in the parking lot past 11 or 12 o'clock. But if you can blend in that parking lot to 11 or 12 o'clock, not saying you're going to park there all the time, but if you can have a couple of places that you rotate to, like 5 or 6 places that you will, today I'm going to stay at this park or this business until they close, until I can go to the other place that I can sleep in. I have heard that fear is not in the vocabulary of a van, in van life living. Fear is not a part of the equation. I'm pretty sure it has some scary people that do van life, but they probably travel in a caravan. They probably travel in the caravan. I think in general, most people might not be scared. Some people might have fears. And that's why they probably have a travel buddy or they travel in caravans. I'm not a scary person. So, hold on, y'all, because this phone, do not tell me when it is going to die. It just die on me. So let me put y'all on this charger. Let me see if it's charging. Okay, yeah, that phone. Ooh, I forgot what phone I was on, child. Most van lifers, I could assume, are not scared, but there are a lot of van lifers that do caravan, and people don't realize that there are so many people that live in their vehicles that you don't even know about, and like 95% of people that live in their vehicles don't have YouTube channels, don't travel. They stay on BLM Land, go back and forth to BLM Land every 14 days. And a lot of, if you guys don't know, a lot of people that do van life are elderly. I'm talking about a lot. Like probably over 75% of the people that live in their vans are elderly people. Those elderly people are not driving a lot. Those elderly people are traveling in caravans to stay safe. Most of those elderly people are not being loners by themselves like me. So it's a niche for everybody in van life. It's a niche. Some people want to travel around the world. They want to see different places. Some people are living in their van to make ends meet on their Social Security check, their disability check. Some people cannot travel to state to state to state to state because they receive government assistance. And some government assistance that you're going to receive, you cannot utilize that government assistance in other states or they will cut you off. So some people are forced to do van life in a city, and they can't go. If they go places, they have to, say for instance, some people that receive SNAP, if they're homeless and they receive SNAP, they can't go to another state and use that SNAP, because their SNAP will get cut off if they use that SNAP in another state. So they have to either make groceries, buy canned goods. If they're going to travel to another state, they have to buy canned goods, stock up on food, and when they go to the other state, don't use their SNAP. Because if they use their SNAP in the other state, they're going to lose their benefits. So some people are confined to that city because of their benefits. And so that's why they have to figure out like this rotation. Elderly, I believe you. Oh, there are a lot of elderly people doing van life. It's a lot of people come to my channel and say, how old is too old to do van life? If you can still drive, if you can still see, if you can find a caravan of older people that you can get along with, you can still do van life. If you're older and you don't mind being by yourself, you could do van life. It's no limitations. You are going to be your limits. Like, you just have to figure this thing out. If you have not that much income, you can still do van life, because you're living in your van to keep from being homeless on the street. Some people still say that people live in their van is homeless, and some cities still consider people to live in a van homeless. So some people living in the city and they're still getting benefits from the government. They're still going to food pantries. I don't know what kind of assistance may be available for them, but a lot of people can live in their vehicle in the city and still get assistance. But some people that get government assistance, they can't be doing all that traveling because they're limited to where they can use the government assistance at, or they can just stock up on their food and then go to that city, to that state once or twice a year and use their government assistance. So anybody have any other questions? I just want to let y'all know that Austin, Texas is van life friendly. But just like with any city, they're going to have places that you absolutely positively cannot park at night, overnight, and you just have to figure out where those spots are. And you have to figure out where the spots are that you can park at. I will always say, get like 5 or 6 places where you know you can park it on different sides of town. Alternate between those places. Go to state parks, hang out, walk, hike, bike, lay in your hammock, leave the state park about 9 or 10:30. And that particular state park can be near where you're going to spend the night at night, and then you could just hop, skip, and a jump and go to that place. Or you can find a city park that stays open pretty late, and then find a business near that city park where it's a hop, skip, and a jump, and you can stay there and spend the night in that parking lot. Thank you, Vanessa, for the real van life valuable information. Do you have any more questions, Miss Renee? I am new to van life. I am waiting for my house to sell. What can you recommend for internet Wi-Fi services in order to do remote work? I don't really know. I have Starlink. I'm not using Starlink right now. Starlink didn't really work for me that well. I don't know if it's the places I'm going. I know some other people that use Starlink and it works good for them. I don't know if I got defective equipment because Starlink never worked for me from the beginning very well. So, if you are in the city, if you are doing city van life, you pretty much do not need that. If you're using your phone and all of that, you're going to have to search anything you want to know. Search it on YouTube and watch 10 to 20 videos back to back to back. There are people that work remotely in their vans and they have internet servers that they have made themselves through multiple phone lines, like the SIM cards. Like I have 3 to 4 extra SIM cards from my service plan. And so I could use those extra SIM cards and create me an internet server. So you just have to watch multiple videos on YouTube and find out what nomads that work remotely do. And it's a lot of them that don't have like the typical internet service. But I do have Starlink, but my Starlink is like $150 a month. I have deactivated my Starlink while I am in Texas traveling because I can get internet service wherever I'm at, pretty much in the city. Now, when I go to state parks, my internet service is like null and void. But if you're at a state park and you're there to enjoy yourself, you not gonna need no internet anyway until you leave there. But some state parks you go to, you can't get a signal if you tried. So that way, the Starlink or other services may work for you, but I can't speak on that because the only thing I ever tried was Nomad Internet, and that didn't. I'm not really pleased and impressed with not Nomad Internet, Starlink. I'm not really impressed and pleased that much with Starlink. Check out, where are they located at? Where are they located at? I will be heading to Quartzsite. You're about to head to Quartzsite now? That's when everybody leaving. Girl, everybody is leaving Quartzsite now. People only go to Quartzsite between October and March because it starts getting hot after March. So people don't go to Quartzsite all year round. So people are leaving Quartzsite now because they come there for the weather. And when it gets hot, people get out of Quartzsite. Can I get y'all to thumbs up the live stream? Let's get to 50 thumbs up, please. So if you're heading to Quartzsite, you're heading to scorcher weather. Like nobody is going to be doing camping on BLM Land in Quartzsite in the summer. Where is a good place? I am currently in Illinois. I haven't been to that many places, so I'm just trying to figure out for myself. I just go wherever I feel like going. So you just have to look, do your research, maybe hook up with some Bob Wells on his website, Howa. They have a lot of caravans, and you could join the caravans and just talk to them before you ever go traveling with them. And you can see where these seasoned people travel. The caravans have a lot of seasoned travelers in it, and they do this every year. They have a routine. They will go to Quartzsite in the wintertime. They will go to Pahrump, Nevada, midwinter. And I like Pahrump, Nevada better than Quartzsite. Pahrump, Nevada is really close to the stores. The city is really, really, really close. You go to Quartzsite, all you're going to have is Silly Al's Pizza, another pizza place. They just opened up a Taco Bell and a Dollar General. It's no like real grocery stores like a Walmart. It's no real grocery store. So you have to travel 30, 40 miles, or even if you're going to Lake Havasu, what's that? Like 80 miles or something to civilization. Like Quartzsite don't have a Home Depot, and everything in that town is gonna be really, really expensive because it's a mom and a pop business there that's making money off the seasonal people that travel there. So they know those people don't want to go to Parker. They know those people don't want to go to Lake Havasu, so their prices are going to be higher. Has a location in Lubbock, Texas, right outside of Austin. They also have a state park. Okay. In Lockhart, Texas. I'm still in Texas, but I have left the Austin area, darling. Hey, JQ. Hey, JQ girl. So yeah, if you wanted to go to Quartzsite, the time that everybody goes to Quartzsite is between October, and most people get out in February. The scragglers stay till March, but most people get out January, February. So the people only come to Quartzsite for the cool weather. They are called snowbirders. The reason why Quartzsite is so popular is because the snowbirders, the people that live in states where it snows all winter long, and I'm talking about they get heavy snow like in Colorado and all of that, those people come to Quartzsite because they are running from the snow. So when snow starts to melt, that's when they go back home. So like they have 2 homes away from home. They are in Quartzsite like for 7 months out of the year. October to November, November to December, December to January, January to February. Oh, no. Well, they are in Quartzsite for like 4 to 5 months. Some people 7 months because they come earlier. Like depending on the patterns of their snow. Before they start getting snowed in, baby, they getting out. So that's why, if people don't know, why do people come to Quartzsite? People come to Quartzsite because they are running from the snow in their city, in their state. They're called snowbirders. That's what they call Quartzsite. Quartzsite is where the snowbirders, it's like an in-between spot, I guess, to the different states to where the snowbirders are. But when the snowbirders, snow start melting, that's when they go back home. Really enjoy your channel. Thank you, JQ. Can we get to 50 thumbs up, please? If you haven't thumbs up the live stream, can you do so now? And are there any more questions about city van life? Mainly, I'm talking about city van life because that's what I do. I do city van life. I do go to state parks. I do go to other places that I may be interested in visiting. But I I do city van life. And a lot, like 90, let's say 80% of people that do van life, that are living in van life, that are living in van life to survive. We're not talking about the people that are traveling, and we're talking about the people that are staying put and can't drive nowhere and can't afford to go to a campsite, can't afford that. They're just staying in their vehicles to try to survive. Miss Carolyn say, Vanessa, I missed the live this evening. I'll catch replay. Okay, girl, I done had several live streams today, so you know you got your work cut out for you. I love listening to you. Such a blessing to me. You keep it real, and that is attractive to most people. Thank you, Miss Lizzie, girl. How you doing? Appreciate you being here. Any more questions? I don't know what time it is, but I'm probably not about to go to bed, so I'm not really in a rush. It's 11 o'clock. I could talk to y'all for a little while longer. If y'all like, if y'all have questions or I've been trying to approve this message all day. It won't approve. Some of y'all messages I end up having to delete because YouTube would not let me approve those messages. And I have no idea why they be doing that. Hold on, I'm hearting people's comments. Y'all know I like to check my comments on my channel often. We need one more thumbs up to get to 50. Hey, Vanessa. Hey, Miss Shasha. What did I miss? Nothing really. We just having a talk about van life. Are you going to an Eclipse watch party? When is the eclipse, girl? I don't think I'm really into that. I don't even know what an eclipse is. Never seen one, and I don't know if it's something I should be into or not. What is an eclipse watch flower? April the 8th. Girl, I don't know where I'm gonna be. That's 3 days from now. I don't even know where I'm gonna be in 3 days. So I don't know. Like, do you just look up at the sky anywhere? Is it a certain time? Like, what time is the eclipse? I've never seen one. I guess I should try to see one before I die, right? Nope, you should not watch it. Don't watch it? Don't watch it or do? Do not. Why? Well, you want? I thought you wanted me to ask. I thought you wanted me to watch it at first. You asked me, was I going to have a watch power? Why shouldn't I watch it? So she said there is a state park in Lockhart. Did she say Lockhart, Texas? How you gonna ask me if I'm gonna watch it and then you turn around and say I shouldn't? So why shouldn't I watch it? Lockhart, Texas State Park. Oh, there's a state park in Lockhart, Texas. Okay. I wonder, do they have water? I'll check that out. I'm going to have to do more Texas traveling next year. It's not what people think. This one has some wickedness attached to it. Ooh, why is that? What is the eclipse all about, and why does it have wickedness attached to it? Girl, I'm not into the stars and the moons and the watching. I'm not into that. Like, I'm not into, some people have meaning behind the stars and the moons and the horoscopes, and I'm just not into that. That's just, so I've never watched the eclipse. I'm pretty sure a lot of people just watch the eclipse just to watch it, and it don't have any significant value to them. But I've never done it. So, and if I wanted to do it, I wouldn't shy away from it because it may have wickedness attached to it. It's just the meaning that you put behind stuff. If it don't mean that for you, if it don't mean nothing wicked to you, then it don't mean nothing wicked to you. Y'all, my jar of pickles that I bought fell on the ground when I opened the door. And so all my pickles are on the ground right now. But yeah, if it don't mean that to you, then it don't have to have a evil connotation to it, I guess. But yeah, now I don't think I'm gonna be watching the eclipse unless I do it by accident. What time is the eclipse? So it's on the 8th. Like at what time? Girl, I'm probably gonna have my eyes closed somewhere. Is it at midnight? Hey, Miss Rachel. Miss Rachel say to view the eclipse, you would have to have special eyewear because the glare can damage your eyes. Is there a time? It's spiritual for me, midday. Like what time? I don't know. I don't even know what the eclipse is. I've never done the eclipse. I hear about it. Is it once a year, or how often is the eclipse? Oh, excuse me. Oh. was my feet. My feet on the floors. I'm just picking up a lot of paper and stuff. Fell on the floor. My jar of pickles. Ugh. Pickles fell on the floor. I'm disappointed about that. They are closing schools, stores, businesses midday. The earth turns dark for 4 minutes. Midday, well, depending on what time that is, I'll probably miss it because I'll probably be asleep. I stay in the bed midday. When you say midday, are you talking like about 12 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock? I probably will miss it because I could possibly still be asleep. By then, oh, I forgot my shades. My bag. Okay, I'm gonna put my gym bag up. I went to the gym today. I went to a different gym today, and I quite liked it because the water wasn't hot. At the other gym that I had been going to, the water wasn't hot. Hey Heather, how you doing? Hi everybody, welcome to Vanessa's van life journey. I am Vanessa. I live in a van and her name is Treasure. And I am just here today to talk about van life in Austin, Texas. I was in Austin, Texas for a few weeks. I don't know if it was a month. I need to get a book and start journaling and writing down when I'm where I'm at and all of that stuff. But yeah, I've been doing city van life in Austin. No matter what city or what state I go to, I'm pretty much doing city van life. And I do some camping at campsites here and there and state parks here and there. So I have a mixture of state parks, city van life, and all of that jazz. I did want to visit more state parks while I was in Austin, but I did not get a chance to do that like I wanted to. So I'm gonna have to come back. Like Austin is gonna be a place that I'm probably gonna come back to like once a year. I really like Austin. Texas is gonna be a place that I'm gonna like probably spend the majority of. I'm probably not gonna be in Quartzsite when everybody else is in Quartzsite every year. I'll probably be in Texas or another state where the weather is nice weather. I don't have to be around other people where they're there. My Quartzsite journey will be whenever I feel like it. It's not a necessity for me to go to Quartzsite when everybody else is there. That's not a necessity for me. So I'm an off the beaten path type of person. I'm a do things to my own pace type person. I don't have to do things because everybody else is doing them. I don't have to do things when everybody else is doing them. I just do what I want to do, how I want to do them, and I don't have to worry about nobody else. Do what I want to do. Do what's gonna make me happy. So once you find your own rhythm in van life, and that's what I would suggest. If you like being around people, if you like socializing around people, if you like traveling with people, join a caravan. Uh, Bob Wells has a list of caravans on his website. You can get your feet wet, and once you join a caravan, you don't have to stay with the caravan. If you try one caravan and that you don't gel with those people in that caravan, you can move on to another caravan, and you keep trying the caravans until you find a caravan that's right for you. And if you don't like any of the caravans, you could start your own caravan. Like I could start my own caravan. I don't want to start a caravan because I don't want to be around people all the time. Like if I was I stayed at a couple caravans before, but I parked off to myself. I wasn't with them when they cooked. Caravans, they cook together. They go to the next state together. They go to the next city together. They may go shopping together. It's like a family of people that are blended together, that hopefully have the same kind of activities and all of that stuff. And it's nothing wrong with that. And whenever you want to break away from the caravan, you could break away from them and go do your own thing and meet them up again whenever you're ready to meet them up. So it's not nothing written in stone that you have to travel with that caravan everywhere you go. But I don't want to be committed to people, and I don't want people to be committed with me. I've had people reach out to me and say, Vanessa, will you start your own caravan? Vanessa, I want to follow you around the country. Girl, I don't know where I'm going to be going. Did you enjoy the eclipse today? I thought they said the eclipse was on the 8th. So yeah, I don't want people to follow me everywhere I go. I don't want to be tied to people. I don't want people to be tied to me. And I just want to do my own thing. Like, it's good to have people to travel with every now and then, but just all the time. Like, there be some attitudes in them caravans. It's like just families fighting and bickering. And ugh. The whole point of doing van life is to experience stuff without drama. Like when me and Miss Charlene and Miss Pauline went camping, I enjoyed being with them. Enjoyed cooking around the campfire. When me and Miss Pauline, me and Miss Charlene went camping in Lake Havasu, and we were just out camping and cooking, and then we would go into town shopping. Like, just being by myself, secluded on BLM land, not having to do nothing, not having to have a schedule. I like that. Miss Charlene and Miss Pauline them want some adventure. They want to go places and see things and do things. I'm okay with not seeing nothing and not doing nothing. So, like the BLM land camping, it's not really for them. But when we go other places, like where we can hike, like when we went to Copa, California, and then we went hiking that day, that was a lot. But they liked it. They liked it. When we got back to the van, Miss Charlene was like, that was fun. I'm like, So they want activities. They want, and you get a lot of activities at state parks because almost every state park have a trail. I don't know about the state parks in Nevada. Next time I go to Nevada, I am going to state parks. I don't have a state park pass in Nevada, but I'm gonna get one. I have a state park pass in Arizona, but it's probably gonna been expired by the time I go back. You haven't had the nerve to venture to BLM Land. It's, you're gonna have people out there, so it's you solo, but you're gonna have other people that you could park not next to, but you could find a site that's close to where you could see other people and they could see you. I like parking on BLM Land. I like camping on BLM Land in Arizona. I mean in Nevada. I prefer Nevada BLM Land. I prefer Pahrump BLM Land to Arizona BLM Land because Pahrump BLM Land have a Walmart like less than a mile away. So I like the BLM Land in Pahrump because it's just free camping and it's close to a grocery store and they don't really regulate it. And then it's so close to California and it's so close to the place that I like to go to with the day spa thing, the therapeutic hot springs, which I wanted to go stay there for a few months, at least a whole month. So next year. So anywho, any other questions, anybody, anything else y'all want to talk about? I am going to put my bed down, but we can still talk. And I'm going to get me a bottle of water because I'm thirsty. I'm kind of hungry. I probably should eat before I go to bed, but I'm kind of going to be hard-headed. Maybe I'll warm up me just 2 patties because I just don't really feel like, sometimes I don't eat because I don't feel like fixing nothing, warming up nothing. Oh, Miss Heather became a member. Thank you, Miss Heather, for being another nutty buddy, and joining the Nutty Buddy family. Girl, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, girl. I forgot to, the members get to see the videos before everybody else see them. I forgot to make those videos available the last couple of days for the Nutty Buddies to see them. Let me do that now. Let me do that now. Tomorrow's video for the Nutty Buddy Nation. Let me see. What is tomorrow's video? Okay, you members that are watching, oh, I got something else I need to do to that too. Ooh. Okay, I need to go fix that. Did you go see Music in Austin? Music? What's music? Music? Like bands and stuff? No, I didn't. I didn't do near as much as I wanted to do in Austin. Um, and even this last week, like I just stayed in my van and didn't do anything. Any hands? Huh? Any bands? Any bands? No. I didn't go do none of that. My trip to Texas is kind of going to be cut short if I go to court for my ticket thing. So I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do. And I have some business to take care of. So it's just a lot, y'all. It's just a lot. So I'm kind of not necessarily in the entertainment mood because I'm kind of like taking care of business. And because Texas is my residency, my state of residency, like when I come to Texas, is a lot of taking care of business. Taking care of business every day. So yeah, that's what it is. So, that's what it is. So I am probably going to go to bed if anybody else don't have any other questions. I can stay up and talk to y'all for a while. I could put my bed down and still talk to y'all. I locked my keys in my van earlier. That was a pain in the butt to get in my van, but I did get in here. I was trying something new with my keys because my key ring is too heavy. And I ended up hold on. Okay, y'all, I am sitting on my bed. And I am in my van in the city. Sitting in my van. Oh, you had me answer this question. Have you ever contemplated leaving van life? No, I do van life because I want to do van life. So girl, I'm trying to buy another van in the near future. So I am not leaving van life because I want another van that I can stand up in. That's my goal, is to build out a van that I can stand up in. So I am not leaving van life anytime soon that I know of. So as long as I can do van life, I will be doing van life. As long as I can do van life. So, I'm not leaving van life, girl. Even though I have a camper trailer, I'm still not leaving van life. But I would like to upgrade. I got a little bus after a van, still have both. I love the room in the bus. So are you full-time, Miss Heather? Are you full-time? So have y'all been seeing the information that I've been sharing about buying a vehicle that you can stand up in from the auction? I'm going to eventually purchase me a vehicle from the auction. Live on rented property, yes. So you're not traveling? Not yet. Seen other videos. No travel now. Well, do you know where you're gonna go to when you get ready to go on the road? On the road again. Maybe you could try to join a couple of the caravans and just get your feet wet. Like when you join a caravan, you don't have to follow them everywhere they go. Maybe I would talk about caravans in my next live stream. Talk about caravans. I think caravans are very good for people who want to socialize and who want to have a little family. And you just have to try a few caravans. I heard a couple of people that tried caravans. They said before they even started van life and before they even got on the road, the caravans have chats and Facebook groups. So what they said they did was they joined the Facebook groups and the chats before they even started van life, so that they could know the people already, and they just would chat in different Facebook groups for caravans to see which people they got along with better. So I think that's a good way to do it, and I'll talk about that in a video in the future. You want to play it by ear? I think that's the best way to do it. But you gonna do it solo or you gonna do it with a group? I think I'm just more of a loner. I don't mind traveling with people, but it's got to be people that... I don't want to travel with strangers. It have to be people that I've gotten to know, I feel comfortable with. Like, and some people I want to go camping with, like Miss Vitiful. We are supposed to go camping. Me and Miss Vitiful probably going to go camping this summer. And then I know me and Miss Charlene and Miss Pauline, we're definitely going to do some camping this year. But I don't know when. I don't know when. Solo. So you're not scared to travel alone? So have you already did a van bill on your school bus? Yeah, I really need to eat something, but I don't feel like cooking nothing. So I think what I'm gonna do is warm up 2 beef patties and just eat. I think I'm just gonna eat 2 beef patties. And that's gonna be it. I don't feel like warming up no liver and no onions, even though that would be great. I haven't made my carnivore diet burger. I'm surprised about that. This heavy whipped cream has fat. We need fat. What did I do with my other mason jar? I think I put it over here. We need fat. It's clean. On the carnivore diet. I had this in the freezer. Oh, I think I messed it up. I had it in the freezer. Yo, I don't think it's gonna act right after being froze. Yo, I can't do that. I can't do that. It was frozen. Then I thawed it out. Now it's all, I can't do that. Nope, I messed it up. I messed it up. I probably could add some water to it. I can't do that. No, ma'am. Oh, I'm gonna have to buy some more of that. Pour a little water up in there. I thought I was about to have me some milk. I put it in the freezer to get cold because my refrigerator wasn't that cold at the time. I let it get frozen, then I took it out the freezer. It don't have the texture. I'm kind of a texture person. I can't do that texture, girl. It ain't got the texture I want it to have, and I can't do it. So I'm just gonna eat these 2 patties, put something in my stomach, because last night I went to bed hungry. So I need to put something in my stomach. I built the van, but bus is going slow, taking it easy. Well, that's good. When I get my other van, I'm not going to do a van bill right away. I'm going to do a no bill. So I will just buy furniture from a garage sale, from a thrift store, stuff, and just put it in there and do a no bill. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'll work on my solar, all the exterior first. But who knows when that's going to be, because I don't know when I'm going to get me a van. I want something I can stand up in. I want something that I can stand up in. And I can't wait, though. I can't wait till I get me something more reliable, something I can stand up in. And buying land is on your radar, and you fear the dark. Well, God don't give us a spirit of fear, girl. So that's something you're going to have to pray and ask God to take away from you. But it get dark every night. That's a part of day and night. Where I'm at now is dark. You go outside, it's jet black. But sometimes if you're sleeping in city parking lots, though. So we got 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. Who is that? Father God, thank you for this food we're about to receive, your blessings, your kindness, your mercy, your grace, all the provisions you made upon our lives, Lord Jesus, everything you've done, everything you're about to do, Father God. We ask you to protect us against all hurt, harm, and danger, allowing no weapon formed against us to prosper. Everything the enemy plots and plans against us, let it return to his household, his doorstep, and his life. Psalms 35, Psalm 63, and Psalm 64, Father God. And we ask you, precious Heavenly Father, to let him reap that which he sowed, Father God. We thank you, Father God, for your blessings, your love, your light, and we ask you to continue to empower us. And we thank you for life, health, and strength, and the blood of your Son, Jesus. In his name, amen. Hallelujah. I'm just happy to put something in my stomach. If you sleep in parking lots, when you sleep in a parking lot, try to park. Some parking lots turn their lights off at night. So some parking lots will go completely dark. Like Home Depot parking lots go completely dark at night. Usually though, Home Depot parking lots will not have that many people sleeping in their parking lots. So usually, if you sleep in a Home Depot parking lot, it may be just 1 or 2 cars in that parking lot. And I kind of park far away from the store off to myself. So it's up to you if you want to sleep in a parking lot that gets completely dark. They do have some parking lots where they stay lit up all night long. In that case, you want to sleep under a light, especially if you have solar. If you have solar, you want to sleep near a light because you'll be getting solar from the night light all night long. It doesn't matter to me if a parking lot is lit or not lit. But if it is lit, I want to sleep under a light so I can still be getting some solar in. Does that make sense? Let me check mine. See if I need to unplug my refrigerator. So right now, I have everything plugged up. I got my refrigerator plugged up, my lights plugged up, my fan plugged up. I want to run my fan all night long. So, well, I be trying to run my fan all night long. I be getting cold, y'all. And I don't sleep good when I'm cold. So in the middle of the night, I be like around 2, I be like, ugh, I'm not sleeping comfortably. So the last couple of nights, I had to turn my fan off and grab my blanket. Even my thinnest blanket, I still be cold. So I think I'm gonna get my thick blanket tonight. Turn this fan off. When I get my other van, I'm going to have more solar and more battery banks. I would love to have at least 4 to 6 batteries. Lithium. And them bad boys is expensive. I would love to have 4 to 6 lithium batteries. So that way, I can have more power stored up. And I would love to also have my batteries charging through um through your alternator when you drive. Thank y'all for 71 thumbs up. I pray for healing. That is why I have taken this leap. My brother who is a trucker, suggested truck stops lit across sound ground. I don't like truck stops. Truck stops. Are you a sound sleeper? I don't like truck stops. I'll do a live stream on it, but I don't like truck stops for several reasons. Truck stops have a lot of activity, good and bad. Usually, if you're a female traveling through a truck stop, they gonna think you selling something. If you a light sleeper, everything gonna bother you. They be getting in and out their cars. They run their cars all night long. I'm the type of sleeper, I don't like no sound. I don't like a TV. I don't like a radio. If I hear a car door slam, every time I hear a car door slam, I'm going to want to get up and look and see what it is. Truck stops are not good for, in my opinion, for van lifers. Truck stops are only good in the occasion when you're traveling and you ain't got nowhere else to stop. Truck stops have too many activities, from drugs, prostitution, panhandlers. I don't like truck stops. I'm just saying. Hey there, Miss Pam. How you doing? Truck stop have a lot of activities. If you sleep in a couple of truck stops, you'll see. Hey there, girl. And all you could do is try. Like, don't listen to me, because I feel like everybody, I mean, I could give you my experience and tell you how I feel about it, but don't let that keep you from trying stuff, because everybody is going to have a different experience. Every truck stop I stayed at, which I think I stayed at maybe 3 or 4 truck stops. Every time I stayed at a truck stop, I was like, ooh, no. Now, I'd rather sleep in an empty parking lot and get a knock on a door in the morning instead of staying. I'm telling you, like, the car noise to the 18-wheelers, it bothers me. And then you're going to be hearing talking all night long at a truck stop, because it's all kind of activity going on. It's just, What you think about that, Miss Lizzie? What you think about the possibility of activity and hearing voices and talking and prostitution and drugs? It's just, no, I don't like it. No, ma'am. That ain't for me. That is not for me. Okay, y'all, let me take my bra and outfit off and put on my pajamas. It is not for me. I have a black Labrador that barks at everything. I would not be able to deal with that. Girl, that's what I'm telling you. If your dog gonna be barking at everything, girl, no. Try it though. Try it. Don't listen to me. Try it. I mean, and then you could park at a truck stop, but sometimes you have to park farther away from the trucks. But if you trying to stay close, and all truck stops don't have lights. All truck stops don't have lights, so that's a misconception. All truck stops is not well lit, girl. You gonna be back there by them trucks, and it ain't gonna have no light. All truck stops are not well lit. That is not the case with all truck stops. But then most truck stops are on the highway. So are you sleeping at truck stops just when you traveling through a city, or are you talking about sleeping at truck stops to camp? I can't do truck stops. And then another thing about truck stops, if truck stops are on a gravel parking lot and not a paved parking lot, every time they come through there, they kicking up dust. Are you sleeping at parking lots to just travel through a city? Or you sleeping at truck stops to travel through a city, or you sleeping at truck stops as a part of your nomad life? What about hospitals, garages? What kind of van you got? You gonna be able to sleep in a garage? I have had some of my subscribers say sleep at hospitals. I tried to sleep at a hospital one night. I can't sleep nowhere where people gonna be getting in and out of their cars and doors are gonna be slamming and you're gonna be hearing people talking. I cannot. That's not for me, y'all. So that's what I'm saying. A hospital parking lot is 24 hours. And people gonna be getting in and out their car. Oh, I tried one night. Somebody say, Vanessa, sleep at a parking lot at a hospital. I say, okay, I'm gonna try it. I got up in the middle of the night and drove away. I was parked far away from all the other cars at the hospital, but then people came parking next to me, closing their doors, going in the inside. I can't do it. Any parking lot that's not gonna be empty all night long, I can't park there. But if y'all could sleep with car doors opening and people talking, then by all means try it. I can't, because I'm a light sleeper. Everything, I can't sleep with the fan bothers me. I'm not used to sleeping with a fan on. I like everything to be quiet. I don't know if y'all like me. If y'all not like me, then you could sleep. If you snore and nothing don't wake you up, go sleep in a Go sleep in a parking lot with some 18-wheelers. Go sleep in a hospital parking lot. I can't do it. I'm just telling y'all my experience. Thumbs up the live stream. I don't want to pop it. I don't want it to pop in your eye. What? Vanessa, what is that white thing on your dress? What white thing on my dress? Girl, what you talking about? What white thing on my dress? Girl, I don't know what you talking about. This is trim. I don't know. What you talking about? A hotel parking lot can be good. A hotel parking lot can be good too if they let you stay there. And the same thing with a hotel parking lot. People gonna be going in and out their cars all night. I can't. Oh, you talking about this on my glasses? Oh, that was that milk. Yep, that was that milk from when I opened that thing. Thank you. I was like, you say my glasses or my dress? I thought you was talking about my dress. Girl, you know I didn't see that white thing on there. That's the eye I can't see out of it, so I ain't see that, child. Thank you. Residential neighborhoods, late night, early up. I have never slept in a residential neighborhood because I'm not parking in front of nobody's house. You gonna do that? You gonna park in front of somebody's house? I'm not doing that. I've never slept in a residential neighborhood, parking in people's houses. I'm telling y'all, parking lots. That's all I do. I do parking lots. I ain't doing no truck stop. Listen, I don't know why y'all don't want to listen to me. I've been doing van life for going on 3 years. In June, it's going to be 3 years. I'm telling you what I do. Parking lots. Baby, I am not parking in the front of nobody's house so them people can call the police on me and they see a big old van sitting out of you. Girl, no. You can't be parking in front of folks' house. If somebody come park in front of your house right now, you're not going to go out there and say, excuse me, can you move from in the front of my house? You're not going to call the police? Girl, I can't park in the front of nobody's house. I am eating my water ice. Which flavor? Residential neighborhoods, late night, early up. Miss Sierra say, well, dang, Vanessa, what is... Okay, that white thing on your glasses. I thought she said dress. Have you tried the neighborhood parking? Miss Heather, have you tried the neighborhood parking? Just as a stop along the way to who knows where. I think I snore. Well, I mean, I would say try it. Now, okay, stop along the way, rest stops. I like rest stops. Some states have nice rest stops. So I have slept at rest stops. I have slept at like maybe about 10 rest stops altogether. Rest stops I would rather a rest stop than a truck stop. And see, most rest stops, 18-wheelers stop at rest stops too, but they usually be in a different area than the cars. So I would rather a rest stop than a truck stop, baby. The Blue Hawaiian. Is that your first time trying it? It is great unless your alarm goes off. You done slept in the front of people's houses before? Ooh, girl. In what kind of vehicle? I can't do that. My mind won't let me do that. I have a little Honda van. LOL, yes. We parked in neighborhoods, but I have a small van. Girl, in front of people's houses, though? I can't do that. I can't do it. Anybody else parked in front of people's houses? Girl, if somebody parked in front of your house, what would you do? Like right now, if somebody come park in front of your house, what would you do? Just waking up, so glad to look up and see you live. Hey, Miss Sandra. Honda Odyssey. You parked in front of people's houses. That's all I'm trying to get a grip on. Girl, people be having neighborhood polices driving by. They didn't call the police on you? Like, mostly people houses is for their parking in front of their house. Most people don't want nobody parking in front of their house. That's not safe. Someone might pull out their gun. I think so too. Girl, depending on what neighborhood you in and you go park in front of somebody's house, girl, that's not a good idea. I can't do that. My mind can't let me do that. I wouldn't, I'm going to tell y'all, I wouldn't recommend that. I'm going to just say, I wouldn't recommend that at all. I just wouldn't. Because I know if I had a house, I wouldn't want nobody parking in front of my house. And then, I couldn't suggest you to do that. Because if you in a nice neighborhood, you can't park in front of nobody's house in no nice neighborhood. So where you parking in bad neighborhoods? Girl, don't do that. Because if you in a nice neighborhood, people is not going to let you park in front of their house in no nice neighborhoods. I like to do van life in nice neighborhoods, okay? And in nice neighborhoods, they have security guards driving around the neighborhoods, and some of the neighborhoods are gated. Stealth, I don't care if you stealth, you still can't park in front of people's houses. And stealth, listen, this is what girl, that's working my nerves just thinking about it. Because even if you say you stealth, if you have stuff in your windows, that's not stealth. Because people know you sleeping in that van. That's not stealth. Y'all think y'all be stealth and y'all not stealth. Because people know what van lifers do. Oh my goodness. Don't Walmart still let people sleep in the parking lots? No, most Walmarts, hey, Miss Monique, most Walmarts do not let people sleep in their parking lots anymore because Walmarts do not stay open 24 hours anymore. Most Walmart, do y'all have a Walmart that stay open 24 hours? Girl, I went to Walmart the other day in the daytime. And I'm going to Walmart to go in there to shop. I park my van and I'm on the phone talking. Because I was talking to somebody. And I was talking to somebody before I go into Walmart. Girl, Walmart security passing by, stop by my van and say, "Excuse me, ma'am, what are you going to do?" And I'm like, "What you mean what I'm going to do?" They like got a certain amount of time you can stay in the parking lot, girl. I'm like, I'm on the phone right now and I'm taking a phone call before I go into the store. Girl, I didn't know that in the daytime. I'm talking about like, y'all, it's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the evening. Security driving around. They watching to see how long people sitting in their car. Girl. So you know you can't sleep up in there. I haven't tried to sleep in a Walmart in years because it's only one little town that I passed through that I slept in there. I don't bother. That don't bother you here in Missouri. Well, maybe I'm telling you, it's some Walmarts that let you sleep in their parking lot. Like in little small towns, they do. But in the cities, and then some stores, I don't know if all Walmarts closed now. Miss McKee say, thank you so much for introducing me to the chicken pot pies. Girl, I be trying to turn y'all on. Girl, don't order one, get two. I never get one chicken pot pie. It's legal on public streets. It is legal on public streets, but I wouldn't recommend it. I'm just saying, if you comfortable doing it, parking in front of somebody's house, do it. I would not do it. I would not do it, and I wouldn't suggest nobody else do it. That's just me. Whew. Now that I've gotten that off my chest, because that gave me anxiety. They used to hear, but people were stealing a lot. I think they're not 24 anymore. I used to love going to stores in the middle of the night. The employees were stealing. Girl, them employees was doing most of the stealing. They don't bother you here in Missouri. I would call the police, especially if it's out of the ordinary. My neighbors are nosy and they will post on an app that a stranger car is parked in a certain address. And some people don't realize their neighborhoods have a neighborhood like Facebook group. And if you got blinds up in your window, that's not stealth. To me, if you think you stealth, you're not stealth if you have stuff in your windows. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. That's why it's good to have a van like mine where you have stuff up at the top and it could separate from the cab, because I don't have to put anything in my windows. But I got a little crack up in my thing right there right now where you could see a light through. You could probably see light in my van. So, yeah, I have to fix that. But, yeah, I wouldn't park in no neighborhood. I have never done that. In the going on 3 years that I've done van life, I have never parked in the front of somebody's house. Now, the only time I parked in front of somebody's house was when it was somebody that I knew. Like when I go to Houston, I park in front of my friend's house because I know her. But I'm not going to go park in front of nobody. I've slept in in an apartment complex before. Have y'all ever slept in I was sleep in an apartment complex. I've slept in an apartment complex a couple of times. But I will not sleep in front of nobody's house. I've always slept in front of businesses. And if somebody tell me to move, I'm just gonna move. Anything else? But Miss Heather, if it worked for you, I'm not trying to discourage. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all too. Some things work for you. If it worked for you, do it. I just have never done it. And me personally, like when my subscribers say, well, Vanessa, where can I sleep at? I would never say go sleep in front of houses, because there's nothing I would never do. So I can't recommend that. Hospitals, I've tried to sleep at a hospital one time. And even though I parked far away from the hospital, cars were still coming around me, talking, closing their doors all night long. Girl, I got up in the middle of the night and moved away from there. Truck stops, I can't stand the sound of the truck running. And I've tried to sleep at a couple of truck stops. People was getting in and out their cars all night long. It was people panhandling in the parking lot. It was sketchy to me. Like somebody could try to break in your van in the middle of the night. It was prostitution, girl, probably drugs. I was like, I can't do that. So the things that I can't do, that I won't do, I'm not going to try to sleep in no neighborhood I've never tried. I ain't going to sleep at a hospital. And I ain't going to sleep at a truck stop. I just can't do them. That's what I can't do. But Miss Heather, if it worked for you, it was difficult finding a good spot. I'm telling y'all, parking lots. If you find a business that stay open 24 hours, parking lots. Some Planet Fitnesses stay open 24 hours. I noticed some Planet Fitness don't stay open 24 hours. I don't think Planet Fitnesses stay open 24 hours in Austin. And some places I've went to, some states I've went to, Planet Fitnesses be closing at 9 and 10 o'clock. Wow. I'm like, really? But some people sleep in Planet Fitness parking lots, because I've seen 18-wheelers sleep in Planet Fitness parking lots. Some places that have a 24-hour business. But I just do parking lots, y'all. Parking lots. If I just find places that work for me. And if you're sleeping in different parking lots every night, then you get away with sleeping in this parking lot one night. Now, if you try to live in that parking lot, like you come in there every night, but if you come in there during a certain time at night, after business is closed, you come in after the business closed and you leaving before the people start coming in, like you leaving before 8 and 9 o'clock, then you could probably go to that parking lot every night. If you coming in like at 10 or 11 and you leaving out at 8 in the morning, you could probably sleep in the parking lot every night. And some apartments have assigned parking spots. Some apartments have assigned parking spots, but all apartments have guest parking. All apartments have guest parking. Girl, is it 12 o'clock yet? Y'all got me up here after 12. Girl, hold on. I said I was going to bed at 12. I was going to talk to y'all to 12. Girl, don't tell me it's after 12. Girl, it is 12:36. Girl, I got somewhere I want to go in the morning. So I got to carry my butt to bed, because I want to get up. I want to get up. I say I'm going to probably get up at like 4 in the morning. I doubt it. Anyway, y'all, I enjoyed talking to y'all. I hope this conversation was helpful to someone. And if y'all have any other topics about van life that y'all want me to talk about, leave them in the comments bar below. the video after the live stream is over with. And then tomorrow when I do a live stream, I could talk to y'all about that. And the thing about sleeping in different parking lots, you guys, when you're going to different cities, if you're just passing through that city and you're going to be gone the next morning, and that's not a regular thing, then you could sleep in a parking lot, like in a lit parking lot where a store is or a gas station is. If you're passing through that town, try a store, a grocery store, a convenience store, or just try a parking lot. And no other cars have to be in that parking lot. If the parking lot is lit, try to sleep under the light. If for some reason, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to tell y'all this. 9 times out of 10, if a parking lot is empty, there's usually no security guard in that parking lot. If the lights are on in that parking lot, go sleep up under a light. If the lights are not on in that parking lot, 9 times out of 10, too, they do not have a security guard in that parking lot. I like empty parking lots, point blank, period. Whether the lights are on or whether the lights are off, I like empty parking lots. Especially if I'm passing through, like just now, I was passing through different cities and I slept in parking lots. And yes, one night I slept at a Home Depot, no lights. And I didn't like that because it was cars driving in the parking lot. I think it was somebody, you know how Home Depot leaves stuff outside? Girl, I think it was somebody going over there stealing stuff. I heard car doors all night long, so I didn't like that. But I've slept in Home Depot parking lots before where it was quiet. I didn't hear no cars coming through. But I don't like sleeping in the parking lot where it's going to be a lot of cars. I did sleep in a parking lot where it was, it had a business 24 hours. And it was people, even though I parked by myself, it was people coming, parking next to me, and they was getting out their car all night long. I didn't like that. So, trial and error, but when you're passing through a town, just try a lit parking lot, a grocery store, a fast food place to stay open 24 hours. Don't McDonald's stay open 24 hours? I don't know, y'all, but I think McDonald's stay open 24 hours. If a McDonald's stay open 24 hours, girl, park in the back and go to sleep. Okay, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. We need 20 more thumbs up to get to 100 thumbs up. So if you're watching the replay, please, please, please thumbs up the video. And if you have any other van life questions that you want me to answer in a future video, leave it on the live stream after it was over with. Thank you for bearing with me. God bless Vanessa. Thank you for, girl, you was fine. You was fine. So I'm going to talk to y'all later. Leave comments on the live stream after it's over with. Let me know if you were here. Let me know if you enjoyed the video so other people that watch the replay could see your comments and you can let them know how you enjoyed the live stream. So I'm going to try to set a timer for, I don't know if I'm going to do, what time I'm going to do my morning live stream because I don't know what time I'm going to get up. But anyway, I'm going to see y'all later and I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. Bye. Thanks for watching.